Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Kids Python Challenge. So, let's continue our fall game. Okay, let's see. What were we doing? Yes, that's right. Last time we kind of defined and implemented how a ball runs in a kind of box using velocity vector plus position vector. Okay, so let's see. Um, let's go back to our code, EL49. So let's run it. So it starts from the position and moves every second and successfully bounces at two walls of the four. Okay, so the homework was do the same for all walls. Okay, so it's not so difficult, right? So let's see. Here, the velocity x coordinate, x element of the velocity uh, become negative is multiplied by -1 when it reaches the right side wall. So what we need to do is do the same for the left wall, which is self.bx is less than or equal to 0. Okay, and do the same for do nearly the same for y. Okay, for self by becomes 0 or equal to less than equal to 0. It also bounces back. Okay, let's see it. And also at the same time, let's make it 10 frames per second, 10 FPS, so that it runs more smoothly. But on the other hand, let's reduce it to 1/10 of the previous speed. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's a bit, okay, anyway, it's a bit too, so let's make it, say, 4 times faster, 8 and 4. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, good. Okay, good. It bounces on the bottom, on the left, on the right wall, upper wall. Yeah, okay. Seems perfect. Okay. With such a simple code, we can do the bouncing balls. Okay, let's go on to today's work. So today, lesson 50, click the ball game. So now today we're gonna try to click the ball and change its color. Okay, let's see, but how can we find out when the ball is clicked? Okay, so let's do it one by one. First of all, we need to sense the click. So to do that, we use Pyxel dot button P. P is usually means predicate. So a button is pushed and mouse button left. Okay, let's do that. So it's like this. For example, after checking the position and updating the velocity, we'll check if as we saw it, Pyxel dot pt button T, Pyxel dot mouse underscore button dot left. This is not correct. Button all up. Yeah, this is correct. Okay. So let's see that to check that it is working well. Um, at the same time, maybe this is good enough. Let's see. Let's see it. So let's save it and run it. Okay. So if you click, okay, yeah, you see the clicked appears on the display. Okay, fine. So anyway, now this is the way to sense the clicking. Now we need to click to check whether the mouse position is inside the ball or not. So first, this is how we can get the mouse position. But before that, maybe we need to make sure that we see the mouse through. Okay. And then, so maybe we can find out mouse X, mouse Y equals, let's see, Pyxel, mouse underscore X, Pyxel, mouse underscore Y. And then we can write that mx plus my, so that we can check that we get the position of the, yeah, clicked position. Okay, good. So what is next? So here is kind of very small, and this is large and large. So as you can see, this is X and this is Y. Okay, so the last point is to see whether, to decide whether it is, the ball is clicked or not. Compare distance to the center of the ball and compare with the radius of the ball. Maybe you know this idea, right? So here, if, well, you can do it in the same line, but let's do it in another way. If, so one way is just yeah, you know how the theorem is. The distance is x distance squared plus y distance squared is, and compare it with the radius squared. Okay, so self dot bx minus bx squared plus self dot by minus d mouse y squared, and compare it with radius squared. What is the radius? The radius is 10. I don't like this. So maybe we can decide here. Radius equals, instead of writing 10 here, we say r. Okay, good. So r squared. So in this case, ball click. Okay, let's see if this is good enough. Maybe, yeah, okay, let's see. So when the ball is not clicked, there's nothing. But if you click the ball, if a ball is too fast, we can make it half the speed and try to click the ball. So it's okay. Yeah, right. This is what we want to see. Ball clicked. Okay. If you click the ball, yes, you get the print. Otherwise, we get nothing. Okay. So now we have successfully found out that the ball is clicked. Okay, so what can we do? Let's change the color when the ball is clicked. So here, now the ball color is 9 all the time. So just like we redefined radius, we define color as, say, initial color is 9. 9 meaning, where is it? 9 meaning orange. But let's change it to, yeah, every time you click it, let's change it to, what's the name of the background? It's 7. Okay, let's see. How about making the background 15 and change color from 0 to 14? So let's do it this way. Let's change the color to, did I say 15? Yeah, okay, 15, which is this color. And then change cell color and change color every time self color plus equal 1, increment it, and get the modulo of 14, 15. Let's see, that's 0 to 14. Okay, let's see it. And to make it easier to click, let's make the ball a little larger. Okay, let's try it. Okay, so you click, change color, you click, click, good. Beautiful. If you click somewhere else, nothing changes. But if you click the ball, you can change its color every time you click it. Beautiful. Maybe you might want to print the new color code here. But anyway, good. So this is how we now successfully we clicked and clicked the find out the position and also to check whether it is inside the ball or not. Good. I hope you like this kind of technique. And you can make it more of a fun by changing some implementations. Okay, that's all for today. I hope you liked it. Changing 4 colors at each click. We have already done this change in 14 colors at each, 15 colors. But anyway, try to check. Try to find out the best 4 colors you like and try to make sure that you can do it yourself. Okay? And be sure to come back. We will continue next time. I hope you like this today's lesson. Okay, come back next time. Bye-bye.